Hi guys, how are you all today morning? Good morning. Today is 14th June 2023. My name is T.S.V. Raghavan and I live in Chennai, Tamil Nadu, India. This is my spiritual vlog on YouTube. hariboltrsvnectar nectar. In this particular vlog, in all my previous videos, we have been discussing about the knowledge and information that we have gleaned through the study of spiritual books, scriptures, contemplation on the material universe, and meditation on the spiritual universe. This particular video in this vlog is no exception to that rule. In fact, it is a mere continuation of what we have been doing in all my previous videos. Please subscribe to this vlog and press the bell icon so that I may keep reminding you of all my previous videos. So let us continue with the discussion for today. For the past few videos, we have been discussing about how the saying from Sri Yogananda Paramhansa of YSS Society of International Yoga has made. The statement is God is too complex an entity to be reduced by in a rule. In other words, we the mortals cannot understand God, His capabilities, maturity, experience, and understanding. Hence, whatever God does may at best intrigue us, make us curious, com- complex, give us a feeling of complexity, and may in fact perplex us, but what he does is probably quite correct because the case history of today proves or authenticates this point quite well. In the year 1978, on January 1st, a boy was born in a respectable, devout family of Tiruvannamalai, a religious place and district in the state of Tamil Nadu in India. This boy was christened Rajashekaran, Arunachalam Rajashekaran. It turned out that this boy was in fact spiritually a child prodigy. He was very much gifted with clairvoyant powers right from the birth and was supposed to be a Siddha. He was detected by some very revered and honored seers who, when he was only 12, took him in their fold, trained him, and before he was in his early 20s, put him as the head of a very revered and followed much in Hinduism in Tamil Nadu. This guy belonged to the Shaiva Vellalar community in Tamil Nadu. This boy, after some time, renamed himself as Nityananda, and besides being the head of a very revered mutt, he started his own Nityananda Dhyana Peetham or meditational centers, which had branches soon enough in various parts of the country and abroad. He had various meditational, spiritual, and educational centers all over the world. So far, so good, but soon this young man was embroiled in several nefarious controversies, especially sexual. Girls from Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, and Gujarat in India accused him of exploiting them sexually and saying that he had, in fact, raped them. He was tried in various courts all over the country but was acquitted due to lack of evidence. The irony was, or paradoxically, this boy instinctively giggled, tittered, or laughed whenever he was accused, and nobody could understand why he was doing like this. It seemed as if he was enjoying being tried by the public in the court. Later on, he went to the United States of America, where another Indian origin American citizen accused him of rape. Irritated at this endless trial, this guy in turn accused that girl of blackmail. Lo and behold, the court found that the girl was indeed crooked and that Swami Nityananda was right when he accused her of rape. These things went on and on at a time when Hindu godmen were becoming more and more controversial not only in India but abroad also. Despite that, this guy escaped any conviction or trial. Later on, he was banned from United States of America. So he went on seeking asylum in various other countries. Ultimately, Ecuador, which has no extradition treaty with India, welcomed this man with open hands. This guy not only could successfully seek asylum in Ecuador, but he also purchased an island in between the coast of Ecuador and the islands of Trinidad and Tobago. And in this island, he built his own spiritual shrine called Kailasa. Today, he and several of his devotees are settled in that island along with others, and they are successfully practicing their own form of meditation and devotion for Lord Shiva. This guy claimed that he was a genius who had sent by gods on a divine mission. How far this is true or false, nobody knows, but the fact remains that this guy has successfully become a god man who is important and revered not only in India in Hinduism but also abroad. This is something which has intrigued many in this world. Nobody knows the reason why God willed in this form at a time when God was quiet, when people like Osho Acharya Rajneesh, Asaram Bapu, and Gurmeet Ram Rahim were successfully tried, convicted, expelled, and humiliated by the public and various other countries. But this has not happened to this guy. Whether he's above law or whether he's really good, nobody knows. But the fact remains that God chose this very period to test the mettle of this unknown person who is now hailed as something of a godman internationally. He has successfully built his own spiritual center not in some country or in India, but in an island provided by another country where he can successfully practice his own spiritualism and religion along with his devotees who are increasing in number day by day. This is where the statement from Swami Yogananda Paramhansa comes true. God is too complex an entity to be reduced to a rule. We all know that Lord Shiva has devotees in all categories of humanity, including divine, human, and demonic. Which side this person belongs to, nobody knows. But the fact remains that God's grace is very much on this particular God man, and he is quite successful along with his own male and female devotees. Surprisingly, this guy has as many female and young devotees as male devotees, and though many of them have accused him of rape and sexual exploitation, there are very many of his devotees who are female and who want to stand by his side and support him at this time of the testing hour. This guy is quite young, probably in his early or mid 40s, but he has achieved more than guys who can achieve in a complete lifetime. This is one case history which I wanted to discuss with you people to show how far the statement from Sri Yogananda Paramahansa is correct. This all shows that every one of us, whether good, bad, indifferent, human, divine, or demonic, should ultimately try to be devoted to God in such a way that one day or the other we can successfully achieve self realization, get liberated from repeated births and deaths, and finally get delivered to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Kindly don't forget that I had already mentioned that God is kind to all of us because every one of us is a, originally a spirit soul turned living entity in this material world. We all have equal right, duty, and opportunity to seek self realization and to be devoted to God in whatever form we want to. God can be achieved through any route which suits the devotee and not God. Kindly let me know what you think of my talk on this particular matter. Please give me your own expert opinions, thoughts, and ideas so that I may keep reminding you of my other videos. Before concluding, let me remind you that I am also a published author with Amazon Kindle and paperback. I write on spiritualism, fiction, and assorted subjects. Spiritualism happens to be my favorite subject. Till we meet in my next video, it is good morning from TSV Raghavan.